Hello, everybody. Welcome to Silent Wrestling, and now we have got a review of WrestleMania 9. WrestleMania 9, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be fun. People are very excited to see me do on April 4th, 1993, from Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas or Paradise, Nevada. Got attendance of 16,891. The commentary team is Jim Ross, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Macho Man Randy Savage. We get an opening ceremony with Caesar and all them. Everyone is in a toga, because it's the world's largest toga party. During the pre-show, we got a dark match. We had Tito Santana taking on Papa Shango, and I believe, unless my memory is incorrect, it's the last time Tito's ever on WrestleMania stage. 8 is the last time he's on pay-per-view, the pay-per-view. 9, he's on this last time he's on the WrestleMania stage. Unless I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right in that regard. But again, it's only on the... That's a dark match. You don't see it. It's, But he beats Papa Shango in 8 minutes, in case you're interested. First matchup on the show, though, is Tatanka taking on the Intercontinental Champion, Shawn Michaels, for the Intercontinental Championship. Tatanka is accompanied by Sensational Sherry, who was betrayed by Shawn Michaels when he threw her in the way of a mirror shot. So she is a bit angry about that and wants to get revenge, and I don't blame her. But Shawn Michaels is accompanied by the debuting Luna Vachon, who looks crazy. She looks insane. Like, she generally looks like the most crazy. I wouldn't want to mess with that woman. I wouldn't want to meet that woman. I'm telling you right now. Like, I would, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to meet that woman. The look of Luna Vachon in an alleyway. She will slice you open and kill you. She gonna do that. We get some good wrestling at the start between these two. Belly back suplex by Tatanka. Shawn goes up top, but Tatanka catches him with an arm drag, which looks really cool. Tatanka sends Shawn to the outside, but Shawn gets in control with a poke to the eye. But Tatanka gets back into it, hits an atomic drop and a DDT, and begins to work over Shawn's shoulder. Sends his shoulder first into the post, hits a shoulder breaker. Shawn gets back into it with a super kick when he catches him airborne. Shawn hits a neck breaker, but Tatanka kicks out. Tatanka gets back into an electric chair drop and makes a comeback. We get cross body by Tatanka, but Shawn kicks out. Tatanka catches Shawn with a scoop slam, but Shawn kicks out of that. We then get a ref bump. This part annoyed me. This finish a bit annoyed me. So, Tatanka, the ref goes out of the ring, takes a bump on the outside. But he's not, apparently he's not down long. Tatanka hits the Samoan drop. The ref gets back in the ring, looks like he's about to go for the cover, and then gets up and calls for the bell instead. And DQ Shawn. Although they keep saying he loses by countout, it's clearly a DQ. Okay. But yeah, he DQ Shawn. Tatanka wins. After the match, Luna then beats up Sherry and runs away. Match-wise, 5 out of 10. It is probably one of the only two... The first two matches, the only two matches really good on the show. And then it all goes downhill. You'll hear more about that as we go on. But yeah, this was a very fine, good way to open the show. Tatanka and Shawn are great workers. Of course, I don't think Shawn can have a bad match with pretty much anyone at this point. And I don't think Shawn will probably have a bad match at Mania again. We will see, though, because I think I might be wrong at 11. We'll see. Our next matchup is the Steiners taking on the Head Shrinkers, who are accompanied by the Wild Samoan Afa. Scott takes down Fatu. The Head Shrinkers double team Scott, and the Head Shrinkers have just indestructible heads. They cannot be hurt if you hit them in the head. Every time they do any type of head damn move to them, it's just immediately the Wild Samoans just immediately take back control, because they have that big Samoan head which just has no brain up there, so it's just pure. It doesn't know how to feel pain. You know what I mean? It doesn't know how to. It doesn't know how. Double clothesline off the top from the Steiners, but Samu quickly gets control of Rick. Butterfly suplex from Scott to Samu. Scott takes this scary outside, but I wish I could show you it. He has him up, like, you know how a stun gun works where they pick him up and drop him on the rope. So it looks like he's going to do that. At the same time, the other Samoan, I don't remember who it was, is holding the rope, and Scott just falls to the outside. It is one of the scariest outside bumps I've ever seen. The fact that Scott was fine after that is insane. The man should have been fucked up. Alpha hits Scott with his stick. I don't know what it is. It's not cane. I don't know what the hell it is. Kendo stick type thing. I don't know what the hell it is. But it's his stick. They begin wear down Scott, send him into the post. Fatu hits a super kick. We end up getting double down, which allows them to allow Scott did time Scott to breathe. Scott moves out of the way of a headbutt, and we get a hot tag to Rick. Rick catches Samu into a slam off the top rope. Scott hits a belly button suplex and hits the Frankenstein out of nowhere to win. I give it 6 out of 10. It is actually the best match on the show. It is the best match on the show, bar none. It all goes downhill from here, folks. It all goes downhill from here. So I don't get used to this. If you don't like the positivity, trust me, you ain't gonna like this one. This show is, I got a lot of things to say about it. Our next matchup is Doink the Clown taking on Crush. Doink, obviously, the evil clown, played by Matt Bourne, who had, been doing evil things to kids. He's an evil man who enjoys doing evil pranks on kids. He would probably be the biggest babyface now in because that's what we need, more evil clowns. I don't want a nice clown. Give me an evil clown. Cross chases Doink right before the match even starts. Cross byslams Doink on the floor and sends him into the post. We get a backbreaker by Crush. Doink's able to get control and hits a pile driver, which threw me off. He goes for the top rope move, but Crush gets his foot up. He goes for a flying nothing, is the better way to put it, and Crush gets the foot up. Crush sends Doink to the outside. We get a military press. We get a ref bump. Crush does the face squeeze. I think there was a name for it, but I don't remember what it was. So there's the face squeeze thing that Kali does. But as he's doing that and the ref's down, a second Doink comes out and hits him with the lead-filled arm, or battery-filled arm. They do the Spider-Man funny pose. Doink then pins and wins 4 out of 10. It's not much of a match. Crush is not really known for his work ability. Yeah, it's just Doink being... It's just for the double vision to Doink thing. Nothing terrible. But it's just... It just happens. It's just there. We then have a match, I don't know what the point was. It's Razor Ramon versus Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund's first pay-per-view, first Mania appearance. I think it actually might be his first... No, I think he's in a Rumble. He's in the Rumble 93. I could be wrong, though. I don't remember. We'll get there when I get to the Rumbles at one point. Bob takes down Razor twice, does a couple hip tosses. Razor then just rolls him up and pins him. 2 out of 10. It is short. I don't know what the point was. If it was just to get Razor a win, feel like he didn't need one. Like, I didn't think this was needed. But, yeah, it doesn't really add much. Doesn't really need to be on here. This next match, I liked until the finish. Once the finish, this would have gone genuinely a better rating if the finish wasn't so fucking stupid. If it wasn't, this finish wasn't so bad, I tell you now, this probably would have gone like a 7 or 8. Because it is an old school type tag match, but it does it so well. It literally is very good. It's Money Inc. defending the WWF Tag Team titles against Hulk Hogan and Bruce Beefcake with Jimmy Hart. So this is the beginning of Jimmy Hart for the rest of his career just being Hulk Hogan's guy. Like, he's just Hulk Hogan's fucking lackey bag carrier. The fucking poor guy never gets out of Hulk Hogan's shadow the rest of the time he manages. But yeah, Hogan walks down. I mean, he has a black eye. But it depends on who you ask. I think the Bruce Pritchard and all of them say it was a parasailing accident. I think, or something like that. Something hit Hogan in the face and got him a black eye. But it was a thing. The others, I think it's parasailing, but it might have been Brutus's injury. I think it's jet ski. It might have been a jet ski that hit Hogan in the face. That might be what I'm thinking of. I think that Bruce Pritchard's thing is like a jet ski or something hit Hogan in the face and got him a black eye. Everyone else's theory is that Macho Man Randy Savage punched Hogan right in the face. Which is the one I believe. I believe that one. Because why the fuck's a jet ski just randomly showing up and get Hogan in an eye in Las Vegas, Nevada? Yeah, the ball starts for the music ends. They do a minute of just brawling now while Hogan's music continues to play. I guess that was just a thing they did for 2 years in a row. They get control over Brutus. We then find out that Bruce's mask apparently just blocks all pain because DiBiase just does like an axe handle off the top onto Brutus, and on his head. But his mask just absorbs all the pain, so DiBiase was the one in pain instead. Hogan hits the 10 punches on DiBiase. We get a double big boot. DiBiase is then sent to the outside. DiBiase gets back in there, though, taking a shot at the throat of Hogan. They wear down Hogan. DiBiase locks in the $1 Million Dream, but Hogan gets the arm up the third time to make sure he does not stay down. Beefcake locks in a sleeper on DiBiase to stop the hold, because when the IRS accidentally distracts the ref. We get a half tag to Beefcake. DiBiase, though, hits Beefcake with the briefcase while the ref is distracted. They then rip off Beefcake's mask, and now every punch is just way an insane sell. There's a way insane sell because he doesn't have the mask. The pain is there. They wear down Beefcake. We then get a ref bump, and this is where everything falls to shit. This pissed me off, this finish, because it's so stupid. So Hogan and them beat up DiBiase and them, and they go for a pin. Jimmy Hart then puts on this striped jacket that he brought and counts the 3. And Hogan and Beefcake start celebrating like they won the fucking match. They start celebrating with the belts, they're posing with the belts, they're doing all that. And then a ref comes and goes yeah, no. The ref is, dang, there's a disqualification. You do not win the belts. That's not how this works. But then they just beat up DiBiase and them more. I think they even beat up the ref. I might misremembering that part. But I swear they do that. They start celebrating. They start giving money out of IRS briefcase. It just makes them, Hogan and Beefcake, look really, really stupid. So the match could have been a 7 or 8 because I really enjoyed the tag match. It's now a 5 out of 10. Which is probably being nice to most people, but I actually enjoyed the tag match up until that finish. That finish took me out of everything. That finish is so stupid. It makes no damn sense. It makes Hogan and Beefcake looks like idiots. Which, I mean, in fairness, Beefcake sense, he does that for a living. But still, like, what the f are we doing? What are we doing here? Like, it's just, it's freaking stupid. Alright. Our next matchup is Lex Luger, the narcissist, as Heenan said in a Raw promo, versus Mr. Perfect. I was gonna put with Bobby Heenan, but Heenan's on commentary, so technically isn't. Luger for me, because Luger's now just with Heenan. Luger rakes the eyes of Perfect. Perfect targets Luger's knee. Luger then gets back control and targets Perfect's lower back. Hits a scoop slam, but Perfect kicks out. Perfect rolls up Luger, but he kicks out of that. This match is just very slow, and then the ref kind of made me annoyed. So there's multiple occasions where Luger has his feet on the ropes. Either for a pin, because he's pinning Perfect, or his just to get out of the pin, and the ref sees it. The finish, Luger does a backslide to Perfect. Perfect's feet are very obviously on the ropes, and the ref just counts to 3, doesn't even notice it, and Luger wins. And then he hits him with the forearm, the thing, which apparently is metal, and he knocks out everyone with it after the match. Then, so as a match, I'll give 4 out of 10. It's very slow. I feel these two could do better. I feel it's just a bad one to me. This is just a bad debut. I don't even know if it's debut match. Bad first Mania for Luger. Afterwards, though, Perfect then chases Luger and they brawl backstage. I don't even know. Shawn gets either bumped or Shawn's just annoyed that a brawl's taking place near his presence. So Shawn Michaels, the Intercontinental, just attacks Perfect and beats up Perfect. I don't know what happened. I don't know what caused Shawn to get involved, but he did. Our next matchup is The Undertaker with Paul Bearer taking on Giant Gonzalez with Harvey Whippleman. Now, this match is the worst match on the streak. There will be no one who will convince me that this is not Undertaker's worst match at WrestleMania. It's the worst. What did Taker do to be punished like this? Because this is a punishment. I don't know if it's an actual punishment in fucking backstage-wise, but this is a punishment to the man. This poor guy has to work with an immovable fucking thing. He'd be better off fighting a fucking mannequin. Like, the Gonzalez can't even take a bump. The guy barely sells. The guy doesn't know how to do fuck all. He has the stupidest outfit of all time. This whole match is slow and plotted, and it's because Gonzalez can barely fucking move. Like, his best sell is going to one fucking knee. Oh my god, it is the worst thing. Because it's also Taker who, like, doesn't really sell either. So it's like, one person not selling because it's their character. One person not selling because he's fucking 8 foot tall and can barely fucking walk and sell. The match ends in a DQ because he has a cloth full of fucking something, I forget what the fuck it's called, and puts on Taker and the ref calls a DQ. And then fucking Taker stretchered out, and Gonzalez is standing in the ring, toes in, he choke slams Bill Alfonso, I believe was the official. Was he the official? I believe he was an official, wasn't he? Can I find... Yeah, Bill Alfonso's who's the official for the match. And then Taker comes back out, and he hits a bunch of clotheslines, and I think Gonzalez does take a singular bump. I think. and Taker stands tall. 3 out of 10. And that's me being generous. It does not even deserve that. But there was a match that made me way more mad. Bob and Razor got a shorter one because it was just so did not need to be on here. This one and the one at the end, the one other match gets a worse rating than that because this fucking straight pissed me off. I'm gonna rant. So, but this is the worst Undertaker match of WrestleMania. I beg someone to try to argue with me on that because I don't think you will. I don't think you can. I'm telling you, I don't think you can. Our main event for the WWF Championship is WWF Champion Bret Hart taking on the 1993 Royal Rumble winner Yokozuna with Mr. Fuji. Yokozuna's pretty much been on a roll since his debut. I believe he's undefeated since his debut in the WWF. Win the Rumble because Savage forgot how a Rumble worked and tried to pin Yokozuna in the Rumble. Ingenious. So, match starts. Bret hits a running drop kick, goes right after him. But Yokozuna just hits a shoulder tackle to Bret and sends him flying to the outside. Bret chops Yokozuna's foot in the ropes, which gives him time to do some damage to him. Yokozuna, though, takes down Bret with a clothesline. We get a leg drop, and then he wears it down with the dreaded nerve hold. Bret gets back into it, though, and hits Yokozuna with a bulldog. Yokozuna, though, gets immediately back in by hitting a fucking super kick to Bret. Bret, though, does get another bulldog, and Yokozuna kicks out. Bret sends Yokozuna into an exposed turnbuckle and locks in a sharpshooter, but Mr. Fuji throws salt into Bret's eyes, and Yokozuna pins and becomes the new WWF champion. So as a match between these two, I give it 5 out of 10, because it's actually a pretty good match. It tells the story well, it does the thing very well, the commentators help tell the story very well. And then Hulk Hogan comes out. Why is Hulk Hogan coming out? No fucking idea. Well, I do know. He cut a promo earlier saying that he challenged the winner, whether it be Bret Hart or that Jack brother, for a match after WrestleMania. Hulk Hogan comes out. Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji, for no fucking reason, legitimately no reason, challenges Hogan, right then and there to a title match, which Hogan accepts. Fuji goes to throw salt. He misses. The bell rings after he does that. It hits Yokozuna accidentally with the salt in the eyes. So that's great. Hogan then hits 3 punches, a big boot, a leg drop. I don't think it's a big boot. I think it's a clothesline, a leg drop. And pins him and becomes WWF champion. Match rating for that, 0 out of 10. This is bull fucking shit and you won't convince me otherwise. There is no explanation you can give me to explain to me why the fuck Hulk Hogan needs to be WWF champion fucking at in 1993 at the end of WrestleMania night. Any excuse Bruce Pritchard ends up having is full of shit. Because I'm pretty sure his excuse was they wanted to have numbers for a European tour later in the year with Hulk as champion, even though Hulk Hogan was not even in the company by the time that tour happened. This is bullshit. This is the Hulk Hogan politicking shit at its finest. It is at its most obvious. It pisses me off to no end how much he just fucks over Bret and Yokozuna and everyone else who can't raise Ramon and all these guys who are trying to carry the load as God thing, and he just waltzes right back fucking in while a steroid trial and shit is still going on, while all that shit, and just becomes champion. Oh, it pissed me off. It pisses me off every time. Even when I know it's gonna happen, it pisses me off. It just does, because it's such bullshit. I gave the show 3 out of 10. Because the stupidity, Undertaker Gonzalez, And the stupidity of the tag finish involving Hulk Hogan pissed me off to no end. To the point that I hate this show more than 4 and 2. And I thought 2 was the worst one I've watched. But this is the worst. I think this might be the worst of all time. I gotta rant about this again when I get to it for a short, so that's gonna be fun. But anyways, we're gonna get into the next one will be 10, which is actually a good one. So we'll get to that. Because there's no more Hogan. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know what you thought of WrestleMania 9, because you know how I feel. Let me know in the comments. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all, hopefully more calmer, for WrestleMania 10.